Hello. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you today. I appreciate you clicking on this video. It's a very heavy video. I'll let you know that right up front. We're going to get into it. First of all, hello. Hi. I'm Audrey, and this is my first YouTube channel where we talk about crime from the perspective of me being psychic. I don't always have the psychic aspect in the video. If this particular victim happens to come into my presence during a recording, I definitely let it happen and you'll see it happen live. So I never know when or why it's going to happen. Um, Before we get started, please hit that subscribe button and share the videos as well. Today's video is extra important to me as it involves a child. And we need to protect our children. We need to help our children comprehend this ugly world we live in. So I appreciate it. And I appreciate you being here. I'm going to have to put my glasses on because I can't see. I did type up my notes because this is a particular case that I want to make sure I get the facts right. I usually will say I am not a fact based reporter because when I'm talking to spirit, that is that's energy, right? I can't prove it. So it's not a fact. It's not fact based. But I am going to give you facts from this case today. And as I said, if spirits come in, they come in. And I'll tell you what, here this morning in my house, I had an incident with a spirit who did something a little scary, but you don't expect things to be moving in front of you for no reason. Anyway, that's a whole nother that's a whole nother show. Now, just for those of you that are new here, I like to call my subscribers saltines. Why am I the salty psychic? Because I don't like crap. I don't put up with crap. I call things out. I call people out. I get called out all the time. I get told off all the time. Well, that's fine. I'm a big girl with my big girl panties on, let me tell you. Anyway, this is a story of a child who took his own life due to sextortion, a sextortion scheme. What is sextortion? Sextortion. It's like extortion, but it involves social media and photos, things like that. Sextortion is blackmail. Oops, sorry. Sextortion is blackmail or threats to expose sexual images to get you to do something you don't want to do, like send more photos or send money. And that is from Thorn at stopsextortion.com. This child's name is Timothy Burnett. He was one of 6 children in the household with 2 parents. Timothy was a normal kid going through normal middle school stuff. Nothing extreme, nothing out of the ordinary, certainly. Um, he was described Mom describes him as being normal, life of the party. He liked to cuddle with mom, and he was just overall a happy kid. How many of us just want that for our children? That is the I worked in education for 20 years from preschool all the way up to college level. And middle school aged children is hands down the most difficult time in one's life. Now, this kid didn't have any bullies. No one was giving him a bad time at school. He didn't self-harm himself. There was no depression out of the ordinary hormonal depression that we know young teenagers go through. He was not into drugs either. Everything seemed absolutely fine in the household. And this is in North Carolina, I believe. Okay. Mom's name is Betsy Hauptman. Hauptman, Hauptman. And I don't normally do this, but Betsy, I hope you watch my video. I want to do right by you by reporting this incident to the world. I know you went on Nancy Grace, but I want to try and spread the word further. This is important and it's giving me the chills, which means there's spirits coming in. I am just have such a heavy heart. And I know that sounds churchy. I'm not a churchy person. Okay. I'm not churchy. I don't go to church. That's, I literally have a heavy heart. I'm just so upset. I am so upset by this. So it was a regular morning at this household, the morning running around, getting ready to leave for work, mom and dad. Mom says normally Timothy would turn on the kettle to get the water hot for her her steeper thing to make her coffee. I forget what that's called, Betsy. I'm sorry. Like the carafe and you put the coffee grounds on top and then you pour the hot water over. She says normally Timothy would do that, but this morning, oh, it didn't happen. It wasn't done when she got up. That's all right. Um, and dad was leaving for work. He goes out front and mom goes back to the front door because dad's yelling for her and he tells mom, don't come outside. Go back inside, lock all the doors, and check on the kids. Make sure all the kids are home. So later, dad says, I thought there was a sleeping person in my yard. I saw someone laying out there in my yard and I thought they were sleeping. And then I discovered that it was a suicide. Um, while this is happening in the front yard, mom, Betsy, was running through the house trying to find each of the kids and look for Timothy. She couldn't find Timothy anywhere. And uh, again, dad's saying, don't come out here. So mom obviously knows at this point there's something bad that's happened to Timothy. And dad's already called 911 from the front yard. So he's telling mom, "Don't come out here. The police are already on their way and just don't," basically. And this was April 6th, 2023. Timothy was in the front yard with a single gunshot to his head. And let me just say this first off or next, let me just remind everybody, I'm not here. Sometimes I am here to criticize parents. I'm not criticizing these parents today at all in the least. Nada. Nothing. Do not write anything rude or hurtful about these parents in the comments. I will mute you from my channel. I just will. It's my channel. That's what I'm asking from you. And you guys are good. I know that and understand that. Um, because there was a gun involved, I don't want to hear about your gun problems. Okay. That's not what this video is about today. That's a whole nother animal to be discussed elsewhere. Not here, not today. We're not going to talk about gun violence or kids getting their hands on the guns. That's neither here nor there. We're not talking about that. So let it go. So parents discover the Ring doorbell camera. You can, if you pay the fee every month, I don't know how much it is anymore. I think I used to pay $30 a month to video, do the capture all the audio and video. So the Ring doorbell shows Timothy in the family car for about 2 hours early that morning. And around 2:45, he's seen he had snuck out of his bedroom window. this kid. Um, and you could see him in the car, in the family car, scrolling on the phone. You can't see what he's scrolling through, but he is scrolling on his phone for over 2 hours. And then around 5:15, Timothy is no longer in the camera range, so he's getting out of the car, he goes off camera, and we know what happens right after that. Betsy has a lawyer for this case, a family lawyer named Joe Cunningham. Um, it's being reported the police here aren't super helpful. They said, "It's not our job to find out why your son killed himself." Well, I'm sorry, yes, it is. It's sometimes, not in this case, but sometimes suicides look like suicides, but they're really murder, right? And this is a murder. This is a murder, in my opinion. So months go by. Nobody knows why the boy did it. Um, he had changed his password, but authorities were eventually able to get into his phone. And it was on October 4th discovered that Timothy had a Snapchat account. I don't know what Snapchat is. I do know, you post something and it's there for 30 seconds or something and then it disappears. First of all, can we just stop? What the hell is the use of that? Why is that fun to you? Why, why is there even such a thing? It's stupid. Stupid. So the lawyer and the parents are wanting to know what he snapped. What was he posting? What was he receiving? And Snapchat says, or Snap says, yeah, well, we only hold that stuff for 30 days. Sorry. So, basically you needed to come out here when this incident happened back in, April, within 1 month. So, being from the Silicon Valley, and my daughter is a software engineer and worked in high level cybersecurity and stuff. Um, it's in the cloud. Everything's in the cloud. Once you put something on the internet, bad, good, or indifferent, it's always going to be there. So there is a way. There is a way. If we could just get someone to do their job, maybe you have to pay an investigator or specialty IT people, whatever. There is a way. So don't think that there's not. There is. There is a way. So they also found on Timothy's phone an app that's called a Cash App, and it's connected to somebody. Now remember, this is in North Carolina. This Cash App found on his phone is connected to a woman in Los Angeles County. This case has been handed over to the FBI and is currently in active investigation. Who is this criminal? What's going on? What's happening? Well, I'll tell you what's happening. Um, like many other schemes, we have North African people. Don't get mad at me for saying that. I'm not the one doing it. I'm not making them do it. This is a fact. Ivory Coast of Africa. Have you traveled around the world a little bit? Gotten to know areas? I have. I've seen it myself. I've seen it in person. I've dealt with these kind of people in person. It's awful. They're awful. They're uh, they're like scumbags. They're the worst kind of scumbags. So it's not confirmed yet who the person who was threatening Timothy is, but they'll find him. They'll find the person or people. It's probably a group of people. So what happened was Timothy was being a boy and chit chatting with someone he thought was a girl his own age. And this catfish person asked Timothy for some nude shots of private parts or full body naked. And he, eventually did go ahead and send some pictures that he took of himself. And then the threats started coming. And the person, this scammer, the sextortionist, said, I need $35 a day every single day, or I will expose you and your family. This will be on the news. Your picture's going to be everywhere. You're going to be in headlines. Everyone's going to see you and your body parts, and they're going to know what you've been up to. So he was able to make a couple of payments. He's 13. He was 13 years old. And he's even begging them, please, I'm only a kid. I'm a kid. What do you what do you want from me? These extortionists don't care. They don't care how old you are, what your situation is, what this could mean, and how this could change your life. These threats. These threats ended this boy's life. And whoever did this needs to be put in prison for the rest of their life, maybe jail. How about jail instead of prison? Jail's worse off. I'm coming to find out from watching all these police shows. Um, yeah, there are so many of these cases. I want to talk to young people. I hope people can find this video. I hope this video can get to children and adults as well, because this kind of thing happens with adults as well. We just know how to better handle things and know and understand when it's a scam and that the scammer can't actually do anything that they say they're going to do, right? Our brains don't fully develop to work until we're in our late 20s, okay? So children are pretty much incapable of dealing with this sort of thing. Now, to you young people, I want to say something. As a former child myself, um, the world is a different place for you than it is for some of us other older people. I'm 56. We understand things differently because we've had the experiences already, the experiences you haven't had. Again, good, bad, or indifferent experiences. We have had a lot of time on the planet. You have not. It doesn't mean you don't know anything, but there's a lot of things you're not going to know how to handle. And your body's not ready to handle. Your brain's not ready to handle. It's impossible. So if you find yourself in a situation, anyone, but I'm really preaching to the young ones today. Don't be afraid to get help. Audrey, my mom will kill me. My dad will kick me out of the house if they find out I sent these naked pictures of myself. They're going to think I'm a weirdo and that I'm a pervert. You know what? I'm sure your parents did a lot of shit you will never know about. Okay. That's why they get worried because they don't want you doing the same stuff they did. Believe me, it's true. What you're doing is nothing new. Had us older people had cell phones, I'm sure we would have been doing the same thing. It's it's human nature to have curiosity about sex and, about whoever you're attracted to. You're just that's just part of life is getting to know and understand how body parts work, what they're supposed to look like, what they shouldn't look like. If you find yourself in a situation where someone's threatening you, I want you to promise me. I don't know you, but I want your promise. I want you to promise me today. Down in the comments, I want you to promise me. If something like this is happening, you're going to go to your favorite teacher at school. Maybe it's the principal, maybe it's the security guard. And you're going to tell them that you're you need help. Basically, you need help. Here's how the conversation could go. Hi, Mrs. Jones. I'm really upset right now, but I really need to talk to someone. I'm just really scared. you can write this information out before you go talk to the person in person. Mrs. Jones, I'm I don't even know how to start. I was on my phone and this girl ended up asking me to send her pictures of myself and stupidly did, and now she's asking me for money and she's threatening me. And I don't know what to do, and if my parents find out, they're going to literally kill me or they're going to kick me out or um they're going to, if you go to church, I'm going to get kicked out of church. If the pastor finds out or the priest finds out about me doing this and being extorted for money because of these things, I don't know what to do, and I feel like and I feel like I'm gonna freak out really bad. I feel like I'm just gonna collapse, and I'm scared. I'm really scared. Emphasize what your feelings are. Scared my parents aren't gonna understand. I'm scared of this. I'm scared of that. If you tell someone you trust, an adult you trust, especially in a school, for us people that work at schools, you are our life. You are our life. We're there for you and because of you and have gone to school to be with you and make a living by being with you. People care. If you're not in school or you don't have a teacher you want to talk to, go to the police department and walk in. Honestly, go to a fire department. There's more fire departments than police departments. Say the same thing and you can just knock on the door and say, "Hi, I need help. It's kind of an emergency." It's kind of an emergency. If you are considering taking your own life, that's an emergency. That is an emergency. You're not going to go to jail for asking for help. I don't want any child, especially, I don't want to hear or see a child feel so desperate that they think the only way out of this situation is to end their life. It's so it's so untrue. But our minds as young people don't understand everything. And then, our young minds are being planted with these seeds of deception from these scammers. You don't know. It's real to you. I mean, us adults and younger people, we get lots of emails all the time. Oh, your Amazon account is frozen. No, it's not because you're not real Amazon. Just shut up. Shut up. It's everywhere. This fake scamming stuff is everywhere. Taking your own life would be the wrong thing. That would be the wrong thing. That is what your parents would be angry about. Just promise me if you're ever in trouble, go even if it's your next door neighbor, maybe it's your aunt or uncle or a older cousin or anybody, tell somebody. Tell somebody you're being a victim, you're being victimized. That's a crime. Somebody's committing a crime on you. You have rights. When you're gone and you're no longer on the planet, you don't have any rights. And you need to stay here so you can start helping other people as well and spreading the news about these things. You can't just go and end it. That's the wrong choice. And I know Betsy Hauptman is, trying to spread the awareness of this sextortion scheme. And we need to tell everybody and we need to help our young people and to understand if they find themselves in that situation. First of all, let's help the kids understand that they're really really young and they have many years ahead of themselves to experience the pleasures of life with somebody. um you know uh we just need to have conversations. I mean, yes, we could talk about banning the phone, that doesn't work in my opinion, banning the phone. You can I know Nancy Grace has something on in her house called, I think it's Bark. It's a parent warning system that she has for her kids, that's connected to their phones and computers and stuff, but, um, have the bigger conversation instead of feeling like you need to constantly be with your child to see what they're scrolling around. Educate them. Tell them why. Tell them about the dangers of these people who don't care if you take your own life. Show them pictures of these people that's not really a pretty 13-year-old girl. It's somebody in another continent holding a rifle, machine gun or something. Us Americans, we until we get older and travel and read and understand things, we're pretty protected here compared to a lot of other countries who have no choice but to see the ugliness in the world. Please, share this video with people, anyone that's got kids, who is old enough to understand the conversation and the words I've used in today's video. There's some scary words in this video. I know that. I know that. But again, we need to communicate. Okay. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a super great day, and I'll see you real soon. Stay safe. Ciao.
Audrey's no wizard, but she is psychic. Hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Also, check out Audrey's life behind the scenes with her second YouTube channel, Audrey Christine, at AudreyChristine58. Check the description box below for more information.